I'm Anil Kumar, and now let us discuss limits for functions having rational exponents. We have two similar looking questions here which may have very different answers. Evaluate limit when x approaches 4. So here is a typing error. Let me just correct it. Okay, so when x approaches 4, for x to the power of 3 over 2 minus 8, divided by square root of x minus 2. Here also it should be x approaching 4, x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 8 divided by x minus 4. Now let us substitute 4 and see what do we get. If I substitute 4 here, this is kind of 4 to the power of 3 over 2. So what we can do is we can do square root of 4 and then cube it. That is x to the power of 3 over 2 minus 8 divided by square root of 4 minus 2. Now square root of 4 is 2, 2 cube is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, so we get 0 in the numerator. Square root of 4 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, so we get 0 in the denominator. So we get 0 over 0 form, that is indeterminate. And in this form, how can you find the limit? Well, you know three different methods. So let me list out these three methods. One is factor, the other one is rationalize, and then we have substitute. Okay, you could adopt either one of them to solve this question. The one which I'm going to do is using factoring. Factoring, I think, is simplest method to adopt, and you all know factoring fairly well. So let's begin with factoring. We'll take up more examples with rationalization and substitution in coming up videos. Let's factor. So what we have here is limit x approaches 4. So as I wrote here, square root of x, let me rewrite, square root of x whole cube minus 2 cube. So a cube minus b cube, right? Here we already have square root of x minus 2. We don't have to factor the denominator. Clear, right? Let us factor the numerator, which is a minus b times a square, that means x, plus ab, that means 2 square root x, plus b square, that means 4, divided by square root of x minus 2. Perfect. So now you do get the common factor. This was resulting into those zeros, right? So once we cancel that out, then what are we left with? We have x plus 2 square root of x plus 4, right? All this. Since we have already taken care of the common factor, we can now substitute 4 here, get the answer. So we get, 4 plus 4. That means 12. So the limit for this function is 12. So we get the answer for the first question. Now, you can pause the video, answer the next question. In this particular case, if I substitute 4, what do I get? So let's substitute 4 for x equals to 4. What do we get? We get limit. No need to write limit. We'll just substitute and check, right? So we have square root of 4 whole cube plus 8 divided by 4 minus 4. Now numerator is 16 and the denominator is 0. Now whenever you have this kind of a case where denominator is 0, numerator is not 0, it is not this form, indeterminate form, right? So here in this particular case, you know that the limit does not exist. Now what you can also do is you can factor as we did here. The formula will be a cube plus b cube, right? So you could adopt a cube plus b cube formula and check for yourselves. Whether you get some answer or not. Well, here what we used was a cube minus b cube. In that case, this is minus and this is plus. So this is what we used in this case. Okay, so when you use this formula, you'll find that one of the terms do get cancelled, but those ones are with square root of x plus 2, not with the one with minus 2, and therefore you get undefined limit. So limit does not exist for the function on the right. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.